Hey, how's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you are about to hear. And boy, well, I think we all had a fun week, huh? Experimental week.
Yeah, I mean, at least more freeing week. It was a freeing week
living,
for sure.
living on those hot Delta seas, as
Well, at
they
least we
say.
have, dude, Mike. So like, we get a call from a mutual friend, mutual partner in life, and we're like, hey, go do this because I was like, it's this thing called Delta-8. You buy it from like a CBD or a smoke shop, and I guess it became FDA approved in the past few days or whatever. So it's like you can, but it's got 0.3% THC per milligram, so you can get stoned pretty much legally.
It's a what is it called? The cannabinoid, part of the cannabis plants. It's synthetically created. It's a few molecules different than Delta-9. Delta-9 is what regular THC is. So when you smoke marijuana and you get high from THC, it's called Delta-9. That's the cannabinoid. And Delta-8 is just different enough. They were able to get it approved. It wasn't a few days ago. It was actually last year. I think like over the summer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been on the market for just I don't know, 7-8 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And you can get it in smoke form. You can get it in edible form. So Dan calls me almost like in a panic. Like I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Like he didn't explain himself. He was just like, yo, dude, you got to call our friend. He's going to tell you where to get this thing. I'm like, what? I was like kind of confused. It was like somebody had came up and smacked me in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, Delta-8. I was like, I don't know what it is. He's just like going off of this kind of like,
but I had just
ramble.
I had been doing it. I think I had done it.
You had done it like a half hour or something, right?
45 minutes. Yeah. Oh, I was, at least 45.
So it's probably just starting to kick in. Because like an edible, it's kind of like a time release thing. It takes like an hour to kick in. If you want to check it out on the channel, I did like a little, it's not like a crazy video or anything like that, but just kind of, I did a little vlog style about my experiences while taking it for the first time ever. Because I know we've talked about it on the show before, but I've wanted to do something like this for a long time. And most of the time when we talk about it, we talk about like marijuana being legalized. And I'm like, man, I just want to go and get like a gummy or something and then just be able to fucking relax and chill out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this kind of does the job. I don't know if marijuana was legal, I might just go buy the regular gummies. But in terms of just like if you need just to chill out and you want to get like a good night's sleep, or you want to like get kind of that body high without the fog of the stoned feeling, that's kind of what it did for me in terms of what I did, the amount that I did that night. Now, it's not to say that if you did more, I think, if you ate like 4 or 5 of these things, you're probably going to be going on a little bit of a trip, especially if you're like me, who's I don't do this stuff anymore. Like I don't smoke pot. I don't do any of that kind of stuff anymore. Mostly just because it's illegal. It's a hassle to get. Like you have to go talk to fucking shady people and shit to be able to like get weed. I just don't have a desire to do that. So
yeah, well, I think it's not the worst thing ever as far as like it's not the same. Like it's not as strong. Like you have to take a lot more. Like if you take 20-30 milligrams, like you're good, dude. Like you should be fine. You'll be hot. Like you'll be good.
Did you get stoned off of it?
Yeah. No, you did. Yeah, for sure. It's like I took 110 my first day, 110 milligrams. I took another 150 this morning. And I think I was probably high until like maybe an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
And dude, I had a heart attack, dude. So like I was really, I was fucked up. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening to Jordan Peterson. Like, you should.
Like
when you're high. Yeah, like, and I'm listening and I hear this, I feel like I hear this slithering sound. Like something sliding on the floor. And I was laying on my couch, just like with my eyes closed. And I just kind of like moved my head, right? But I was thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, it sounds like something's getting closer, So I like kind of like moved to look up, And then I had the PS5 controller like right here on the arm of the chair, and it slid down, and it like fell, and I'm like, ah! I just like screamed. I just screamed. I was just like, and I was like about to take a nap. But it was, yeah, that was a funny little thing. You do get high. Is it as good as, I would say real edibles as far as like Delta-8 or whatever you want to call it? Nah, but dude, if you can do this legally, who cares? Like, that's just my thing. Like, if I can get high legally, I don't care.
The one disclaimer I will say, if you are a person that needs to take drug tests, you will still most likely test positive for THC. Yeah. And you probably have to get a lawyer to argue for you the difference between Delta-8 and Delta-9 because it's FDA approved. So technically it shouldn't matter. But,
yeah,
if you piss hot, you piss hot. You're just going to piss hot, and you're going to have to either argue about it or lose your job.
But I think I could probably do like 200. I could handle 200, 250. Like, and I would be fucking fucked up. But like,
you're gonna go through that supply so fast, dude.
Sean, what about you? What do you do?
Well, I did it the one time so far, just the one night. Listen, it was exactly what I needed. That chilled me right the fuck out.
Like, dude, you just don't care.
It's that feeling of your body, like where it like starts to, like it's becomes so like heavy, and and collapse into itself. Like the way I would describe it is like, when you are right about to fall asleep and you're at your most comfortable place where your body is finally relaxed.
You're warm. Everything's cool.
Everything just kind of sinks into itself. Like,
and you feel a little heavy.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, dude. It's like wearing a gravity blanket. That's what it's like.
No, but how much did you take?
I did.
You do 80, 70?
75.
75 first time.
So I did 2. When I first took it, and then I was watching a movie.
How much is it per serving or per dosage? Like
for me, the gummies that I got, I don't know if it's just like around here or whatever. They're only 25 milligrams each.
Shit, dude, I got 50s.
I know, but I'll say this though, it is not cost effective. It is not cheap. Like, it's not cheap.
No, it depends though. Like, let's say, how many come in that container? How many come in that one that you?
For this one right here, this was 30.
So you need to take 30, 4 at a time.
How many pieces?
30. So there's 30 pieces at 25 milligrams a piece.
Okay.
Which was $60.
But it's like melatonin.
Holy shit.
For what?
$60.
$60. That was $60?
Yeah.
For that one thing?
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
And then they had a buy 2 get 1 thing for these ones, which are the same. It's 25, it's 12, 25 pieces.
Is it grapefruit flavored? Because that shit tastes like shit.
This one's strawberry banana gummies. I haven't had these ones yet. Tomorrow night, the kid's not going to be here at the house, so I'm going to go deep.
So what else do they have in them? Do they have other
there's like, it's like CBD stuff, the kind of stuff you're going to find at those stores. Because really what they promote it for is like, hey, just like with CBD, like, you got anxiety, dog. You got depression, dog. You take this stuff, it's gonna chill you out. But I'll say this, dude, because I've been thinking about CBDs forever. My wife has been like, yo, get some fucking CBD. Just chill the fuck out. I can be a high-strung person sometimes. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. But but it did that for me. Like, I'm not at the point right now, like, I don't need to be incapacitated, like, fucked up. I just want to, like, enjoy myself. And I just want to
relax and let go.
Yeah. Dude, like, oh my God, I got Paramount Plus for a month for 99 cents. I got all the old Beavis and Buttheads on there. Whew. Tomorrow night, baby, it's happening.
So what would you rather do? Would you rather have like just marijuana or those?
If marijuana was legal, I would go buy marijuana gummies. Yeah, because I could take less. It would hit me harder, and and I know edibles just in general are a different high. It's not the same as smoking. It's just not. I never want to smoke weed ever again.
How come?
I hate smoking weed. I don't
like it either.
You don't like doing it?
And I've never done it enough consistently where I got like acclimated to it, where I kind of like knew how to enjoy it or whatever. It's always been like, a couple times a year, and you just get fucking blitzed out of your brain. and then you're like, you get paranoid. And
there's nothing sweeter than like last time I smoked weed. It's not too long ago, but I was at this party, And I just got like way too high, you know.
Well,
like
that's like a bad environment. I don't like doing it at a party. I like doing it.
Yeah.
I like doing it with like people I'm real comfortable with, and there's nothing better than like if you got like a set of like 4 people, and you got like a really good bong or a joint or like a blunt. Those are the things I like to smoke.
Yeah.
I'm not like big into like bowls. Bowls are okay, but I like doing the bongs. Or I like doing like a joint or like a blunt.
Mike,
a blunt's really nice.
Have you ever smoked wax?
No.
That shit will ruin your life. It's just awful.
No.
But but would you say? But okay, Mike. It's like, let's say you don't want to like stink up the house or like smoke.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Around. So like you know what you do, dude? Like you go into your room, you go into your locked box or whatever, you pop it open, you grab like a 50 milligram, like at noon, like on a Saturday. And you just go hang out by your pool and just chill. And you're just getting sun.
Well, that is nice. That is the problem of like the smell. Like, you know, it does.
It's the smell, but there's also an unpredictability about like how long it's going to last and like what's going to happen. With this, it seems like you can kind of measure it out. You're like, okay, it's like if I take like 50 milligrams, that's like 2 hours, really. It's like 2 hours of time where you're going to be really feel it. And then it starts to dissipate a little bit. So like you got to experiment with timing. You know, you got to be like, okay, start with 50. An hour later, right as I feel it start kicking in, take another 50, so I can get that roll. You know, so I can just roll for like 4 or 5 hours.
I took 150 all at once this morning. I was fine. I mean, I was high. Like I was laying on my couch, just like fuck, listening to Tim Pool, just being like, fuck, we are fucked.
Oh man, you went deep.
Dude, I mean, I was like, it's like when smoking actually, you can really taste how good it tastes. Like you can, like when I'm high, I can taste how good a cigarette really tastes, like how it's supposed to.
Really respect it, yeah.
You're like,
it's
not
something you take for granted anymore. You're like,
you feel that shit hit you.
Because
yes.
Well, you feel the smoke rolling through your lungs, like, and you feel so cool. You're like in a noir detective movie.
Yeah.
You know? Everything's
but
black
in real
and
life,
white.
You just look fucking retarded.
In real life, you just look like a dirtbag. But when you're high and you smoke, you look like a king.
Like I hate walking by my reflection when I'm like super fucked up in any capacity, alcohol or not, and you're just like your hair looks greasy, you just like look like shit, and you're just like, you're fine, you can make it. You can make it, man. And then throw up on the bouncer's shoes.
Oh yeah, I love that. When you're at the bar, you're glistening because you're all sweaty and pasty. And like, oh, that's great,
dude.
I love it. The harsh lights of the bathroom. You're like, oh.
Dude, I'm a bitch, dude. When it comes to taking shots, dude, I am not. I've gotten way better, but like, I just throw up too easily, man. Like when I threw up in Beef O'Brady's or Grumpy's, like in front of everybody, I threw up in front of like. Fucking 40, 50 people or whatever, like, like I'm like, I just remember solemnly going, "Oh no!" Like, "Oh no!" Like that was his like guttural reaction of me just like vomiting in my hand, like, and it's like exploding like a fucking. It looked like a water park of fucking.
Yeah, I've never been a big shot guy either. Like I
love it.
Sip. You like doing shots, yeah?
Oh, I like getting crazy, so like I gotta watch myself.
Well, as you can tell,
I love it.
From that haircut, you look like a Tiny from the Double Dragon movie. You guys ever see the Double Dragon movie?
Are you talking about with the coin with the dude?
I tried a new haircut this week.
It looks good.
Well, it didn't came out. In fairness, it wasn't exactly what I was going for, but sometimes you get a haircut and you try something new.
Grow that fucker out, dude. On top.
I'm going to. Well, the sides also, like I cut it too short up here.
Did you do this?
No, I had a barber do it. But I told him to do that short.
You need to get some like real gel, dude. I think it would probably work better, but
I hate gel though. I just hate how it feels on my head.
Don't do pomade. Don't do gel.
Okay.
Pomade is like it's not gel. It's just kind of like grease almost for your hair.
Okay. Well, and I'm gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna wait till I gotta grow up the sides a little bit.
You know when you look like the old mobster movies where like in the 50s and their hair are all slick? That's pomade.
Okay,
that's pomade. You can get different styles and shit. I can send you some, dude. Some pomade. I have a shit.
Have to get. See, when I get stoned, I really like listening to music.
Yeah.
I'll just chill out. Like I was telling Dan, I was like watching Woodstock live, and I was just watching all these guys come up and perform and gals, and it was awesome.
You just like tearing it up in your shed.
Yeah, like you're just like, dude, like when you sent us that video, you look like a crackhead. Like,
actually,
boys. I was like, yeah, I felt like you were back in Massachusetts. It's like the winter, and you're like smoking in the.
That's why I sent it. It was awesome.
You got to watch out, man. You got to watch out. It may awaken something inside of you.
Yeah,
you can't come back from. You know.
You think?
You start because you start getting nostalgic for the old days. You're like, oh man, they used to be so fucking cool. I could do this whenever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
Michael, you already quit your job. Like this is degenerate lifestyle.
Hey, did they let you out of the thing early?
No, they're gonna pay me though.
Oh, okay, fuck it.
Yeah,
paid then.
They're gonna pay me.
So. You know, I'll say this much. Like, I think I'm gonna probably get out when we get off and take another 150, and I'm just gonna fucking just be high because I didn't get to take my nap earlier, so. I might just do it. At this rate, though, the $150 I spent.
Dude, you're gonna be out.
I get no. I got a lot. Like
you got. Didn't you get 5 30 gummy 50 milligram things? So you have 150.
No. I got 2 50 milligrams, like 2, and there's 10 in each. Then I got 2 30 milligram 30s, like you have.
Okay.
And then I got like a 150 count of 20 milligram. I think that's all of them.
Okay.
So like, and a couple 30 milligram stuff. Yeah. Like, so I have a lot. I could ride.
How are those big long worms?
Oh, you talking about gummy worms?
Yeah.
Hey, you can probably get them. Like, I don't know. My favorite edible I've ever done is the Dabinol. That's like my favorite.
When you were in Portland.
Yeah, when I was in Portland, dude, you put a teaspoon, and you're fucking high. That's probably like 20, 30 minutes, but you're high.
What is it?
Fucked up. It's edible. It looks like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
And it comes in like strawberry flavor. And you just like, and it looks just like a Pepto-Bismol bottle. And you just screw off the cap and you pour it into a little spoon.
When you hear like Joey Diaz popping like 500 milligrams.
I did that. I drank 500 milligrams of a Dabinol and I almost died.
You got to work up to that.
I think it was 470 and I almost died. But
what do you mean you almost died? What happened to you?
Like, I felt like my skin was on like light. Like I thought my skin was like exploding and I was sitting in the couch and I was just like, felt like I was sinking and it was too high. I was high for 10 hours.
If you take 500 milligrams of Delta-8, that's not the same as taking it if it was Delta-9.
Actually, the nickname for it is Weed Light. They're like, it's like drinking a light beer compared to like drinking like a very hoppy IPA or something.
Mike,
like
if you took 150 milligrams of real THC, you have never been that high in your life.
No, that's what I'm saying. So when Joey Diaz does like 500,
it's insane.
Yeah,
it's literally like
that's 40 years of doing drugs. I mean,
listen, I did it. I couldn't move. Like I was like,
well, it's like you guys. Fucking, I don't know if Mike will know who this is. But Dan knows Owen Benjamin, that guy who kind of went nutty and ditched the LA comedy scene. Well, he was on Joey Diaz's podcast like 4 or 5 years ago, and he gave him one of those like Star of Death or something.
Yeah, that's
like 250 milligram or something.
No, it's 500.
Is it 500?
Yeah, it's 500.
Yeah, he lost his mind. He just left the podcast. He said he had to go off the air, and he just started walking down the street. He just left. Because he was so fucked up.
Yeah. Or like whatever his old pal used to be. Like the dude that used to like the kind of fat short guy. And he just get him fucked up. Like he just gets him fucked up. Like on the podcast. I mean, I don't know. I like getting high. I don't mind it. But I just prefer edibles any day of the week. Dude, getting a blowjob while on edibles, everything's better. Everything feels better. Like your body feels so good. It's not as cloudy, dude. Especially, but like Mike, so was that your first time smoking the good shit? Like from like legal stuff? Like the legal way?
Oh, I've smoked way better stuff than that before.
You have? Like
than the stuff I have, yeah.
The medical grade shit wasn't that good?
No, it was good, but it wasn't like what
What's the best weed you've ever smoked?
I don't know.
Like what
what do you mean by that? Do you mean by like what gave me like the best experience, or what just got me so freaking messed up I couldn't even?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Move. Because sometimes I've gotten so stoned where I can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. It's awful.
That was me at this party, dude. I was sitting in this chair and people kept trying to talk to me, and I'm like, yeah. I can't, like, that's all I could say. Like, yeah. No. Yeah.
And also how you smoke it. Because if you go and you take like 3 or 4 bong rips.
Yeah, you're going to be high. You're going to be
You're going to be toasted.
Yeah.
Then if you just like sit down with a friend and smoke like a joint or so, that's like a whole different experience.
Right.
The two are way different. Like the ball, like it goes right to your freaking head, and you're just like,
oh yeah, because it's like it's like a vacuum seal, and it just pushes it into you.
Yeah,
deep into those lungs.
So like how you do it kind of plays a role too.
Yeah, but that's why I think that's fair. But I like edibles just because I
like them both. Me and my friend, we used to go to the places in DC because DC legalized it, and what they would do was they would have these, but they weren't allowed to sell it. There were no dispensaries allowed in DC, but you were allowed to smoke it, which made no sense. But what they would do, all these dealers would come around and they would host a house, and like you would buy pot, but you wouldn't buy pot. You would buy like a picture, a baseball card or something. Then they would give you the marijuana as a gift.
Yeah.
So we would go to these houses and like, we would get edibles, and that was probably like the best stuff I ever had is in those kind of environments. Cause there was like, you'd go into this house and it'd be like 2 stories
of just
you could
weed.
just weed. And like, you could talk to them like, oh, this came from here, blah, blah, blah. This is like, they would tell you like the different strands and all this shit.
Was it expensive? How much were you paying for a gram?
Well, I don't know. It was like pretty reasonable. It was just like average. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, like I like when I was in Portland, I was shocked. No, it depends on how much weed you smoke too. Like I was a night, like I like to smoke weed at night most of the time, like or like get high.
Yeah.
So like if you did it once a night, like you'd probably be spending $5 or $10 or something, maybe at the most.
And at there too, you could buy like pre-rolled. You could buy like a bunch of edibles, gummies, cookies. They had everything.
It's just like a dispensary.
Yeah.
I can't wait until they legalize it, but this is me.
Oh, it would be awesome
if I
could just go down the road and buy that shit. I would 100%.
Yeah, it was so nice. Like I don't know why they don't just do that everywhere.
I don't
know,
because it's still a federal crime.
And do you know what the cool thing was? Is that like people would be like outside. They would always have like an outside or like a porch or something or a balcony. Because this is like right in the heart of DC. They would have like these nice homes that they would rent out all these dealers, and you would go in there, but like you could like test it right there. You could just like go smoke it, and then you could try, like people would let you try theirs and you would let them try yours. It was like a community thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were smoking a joint, you'd be like, yeah, I got it from this.
So whatever. You could go walk up to the Lincoln Memorial, smoke a joint, and no one would care?
No, they can't do anything.
That's so sick.
The only thing you're not allowed to do is you just can't sell it. There's no dispensaries.
Yeah, but I'm
which
sure
makes no sense.
But so like you can go smoke weed and go sit like on the Lincoln steps, like right there, the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah,
I doubt you can smoke a joint on the Lincoln Memorial because they're probably like, oh, this is federal property. Isn't it federal property?
Well, people smoke it in the mall there, that big strip. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of speculating.
I mean, I know there used to be like giant, like I never went to one, but there would be like once a month a gathering of people that would go to the the mall. Like it's not an actual mall. It's like a big people would go there and they would just smoke and like talk and do whatever.
Shit.
Good God, man.
See, that's where you can get away with it because it's the country. It's basically its own country. It's a bunch of elites there. The elites.
I mean, if you can smoke weed in DC, you should be able to smoke weed anywhere.
They
need to decriminalize it for everywhere.
Yeah, well, they have to lift that. They have to lift the federal.
No, they don't.
Well, don't they have to change the law, the federal law?
Why would they have to?
Well, each state.
They have to abolish. Well, then each state can decide what it wants to do. I mean, right now, they have already said, what's his name? Chris Christie, when he was running for president in like 2015 or whatever, he basically intimated that he's like, yeah, it's still a federal crime, and we'll go after you. Like, they're like, we don't care what the state laws are. It's a federal crime. You're like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you fucking pig.
I mean, they tried to do that shit in California, Colorado. Like, they used to intimidate. Like, ATF would come in.
Yeah.
And, or whoever, the DEA and shit, and they would come in and fuck them up. But legally, the state gets to dictate what is illegal in their state. There are federal laws. So, like, technically, is the FBI really going to go around busting people for smoking weed? No.
No, but they just always want to remind you that they can.
But they can't.
Well,
that's the thing. They could.
They could.
But it would be they would be stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense.
No, I think because the pushback comes from the people that live in those states, and they're like, no, we want this. Well, go away.
Well, the cultural significance of weed, like, it's changed. Like, I don't think most people don't give a shit about, like, people smoking weed.
No.
So, like, it's not like it was in the 90s or the 2000s when this was all, like, where the DARE and anti-drug campaign, marijuana is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm shocked. I'm shocked that nobody's been able to corporatize it yet. Like, nobody's been able to.
They have, dude.
Yeah, but not like there's not like one big or a couple big companies like Campbell or Marlboro or Pall Mall.
Oh, not yet. Maybe.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm waiting for every single one of those tobacco companies. They lift the federal ban, will have like joints that you can buy. I guarantee.
You think so?
Yeah, it'll be Marlboro. Marlboro will have its own kind.
Probably with like some filter on it and shit. Bullshit.
Yeah, or they'll do like the what are they called? Spiffs, the half tobacco, half marijuana spliffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, honestly, I love spliff. Spliff is like one of my favorite things to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just want like an organic product though. I want somebody just to make it clean.
You don't want like what, insecticide and stuff like that, like
pesticides.
Pesticides.
I think there's pretty good standards, man. Like, I mean, once you start mass industrializing things, yeah, you probably see some problems, but the FDA will have to step in, or some other agency, regulated agency will step in and make sure that stuff is being handled properly, just like with food and everything. But look what they do to our food. So I don't know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I want to grow clean.
But you can grow your own weed though.
Damn, that's a lot of work.
It's not that much work, dude.
You got a closet, man? You got a heat lamp, dog?
No, you can just like fucking put them out there with the puppies, dude. You'd be fine.
No, I just don't want to do all that work.
Well, then you'd be a target though for ne'er-do-wells. Come to your yard and steal your marijuana plants.
Dude, I got bunnies in my backyard. Okay?
Huh?
I got bunnies in my backyard.
Oh, they might eat that shit.
Oh, they'd eat it. Those bunnies would love it though.
I mean, I think if they're gonna legalize, like, I don't know what they're waiting for. It could help rebuild our economy. It could be a lot of things, new taxes, whatever. Why not? But we'll see, man. I think it could happen.
It could happen. It could happen. It could happen in the next 2 years if the Democrats really want to make it happen. It can happen.
I mean, not with Manchin in there and fucking the other one.
Well, he might go along with that. Is he anti-marijuana? I don't know.
I don't know, but like everything. This guy is derailing everything.
Well, because he's like a fiscally responsible.
He's a Republican now. He's a Republican now.
Well,
but like, or arguably, right? Like that. Like, that's what he's become to the party. He's like,
to the party. Yeah.
He's like fucking Republican. He's from West Virginia. I didn't know they even had Democrats in West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
How's that possible?
No, for West Virginia is very isn't it? I don't think it's very conservative.
Well, the governor there is also, he's what, Northrop, whatever, blackface guy, the KKK guy.
Oh, the KKK. I thought that was Virginia.
It is Virginia, but West Virginia.
I'm talking about West Virginia. Have you seen Deliverance?
You know why? Because all of those people are on, as we've seen in Appalachian documentaries and whatnot, all those people are on fucking assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they vote against their own interests like that? I mean, honestly, like seriously, it's probably kind of what motivates a lot of it.
Dude, West Virginia is a fucking wild place.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's crazy up there.
What makes you say that?
Because I've been up there.
Yeah, but like,
what were you doing?
Yeah, like, what's the thing that
I've been up there. Jonathan used to live up there in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he lived up there, I was watching his house for like a week, and I just drove all the way around West Virginia. It's just crazy. It's
like,
different.
What makes it different?
Well, Dan, it's very rural, and it kind of looks like the people, they look different. A lot of them look like they could be inbred. I'm not sure. It's just different.
Like Mongoloids.
Well, it's like it's basically like the apex, like the top of the mountain for white trash culture. Yes, it's there. Like what all of the stereotypes we have about this stuff, which come from movies like Deliverance and stuff.
No, but it's true.
That's where I mean, The Wild and Wonderful Whites. Have you guys ever seen that documentary? Yeah. I know Dan has. Yeah. I mean, that's West Virginia, isn't it?
She goes to Taco Bell. West Virginia. Mozzarella sticks. And she's like Taco Bell or something, or KFC, and you're like,
no, I think it was Taco Bell. Yeah,
it was Taco Bell, wasn't it?
Dan, it's just so much different up there. Just like the movie theaters are like a movie theater up there. It's like stepping back into like the 1980s or something. It's like
people in
that run down.
They basically, a movie theater is just a room with, there's not even like an incline. It's just flat, you know, and it's just a projector. I went to the movies up there, and it's just like a big projector that you would put in like a big room in a home.
So are you saying like it's not like the fancy seats, and it's like,
well, that's
super nice.
When you go out to the Midwest, dude, like when I was out in those little towns doing pipelining and stuff, that's what the theaters were like there. Yeah, there was one. It was during the day, it was a gym, and then at night they put like blankets over the gym equipment, and they pull down like a screen. They show movies.
I mean, shit, dude.
Dan, like you would scoop your own like popcorn, and like you would put your own butter. So you just pay for the bucket, and then it's up to you to put it in and
as much as you want, son. As much as you want.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, sir. You're not accustomed to freedom.
Yeah.
To a fair price for your.
Don't forget to pick up your meth baggie on the way in.
And there's some places up there which allow you to smoke in the restaurant.
Yeah, that was Wyoming had a couple spots I knew that was.
But like it wasn't technically legal, but they would just people did it for generations. That they would like there was this one spot. It wasn't really a Spanish. They cooked Spanish food, but there was no Spanish people in there, and they just had like burritos and tacos, and like everybody in there smoked. And it was technically not allowed, but it was just.
How was it? Do you think it was nasty?
What?
Like, did you find it kind of gross?
I found it kind of cool because it was the first time I ever got to sit down at a table and smoke.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Was it like the way you're thinking about it? Did you feel like you were transported back in time a little bit? And you're saying people did this every time they went somewhere in public. You know, they were smoking.
But those people have there's like ceiling fans and ventilation. It's not like when we go down to Dan's house and he's got like the sunroom.
Yeah.
And that's where the smoking spot is. But when there's like three dudes in there smoking, you're like, my fucking eyes.
Yeah.
And like you come out
you can come out in there.
Smoke. You come out smelling like a straight up an ashtray. Like you just jumped into an ashtray.
You're like, oh
yeah, no. When I was there, I was just enjoying it, and I went to the bar and I just sat and like I talked to like this hillbilly dude. He went to West Virginia. He was a crane operator, and like apparently everybody that goes to West Virginia, the school, they get the big W tattooed onto them. I don't know. That's what he told me.
Right.
He had a big W right here. He had overalls on.
And no shirt?
No, he had a shirt, a tank top.
Nice. I like it.
So no shirt. Like, you know, like he's just
and like it's just different.
Like were you just looking around and you're just like, these people are real trash. Like
it's just different.
I mean, how good did you feel about yourself walking?
I felt really good
because you're like, Jesus, dude. At least I don't gotta stay here, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's kind of sad. It's sad in a way, but I mean, it's all everything being relative. They don't feel that way. I guess maybe they do, maybe they don't. It takes a lot of self-awareness to be able to kind of identify what makes you unhappy about like a place you may grow up or your family or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. Like the countryside is beautiful.
Yeah.
really, really nice. And like where Jonathan was, it was next to like a bunch of chicken factories.
Yeah.
So you drive by one of those things. Whoo!
You probably
Get
smell the death in the air.
No, it
Yeah.
smells like cheddar popcorn. Smells like cheddar popcorn.
Oh, and so that's where a lot of the people worked, was the chicken factory.
That was just when Dan smelled the butter popcorn. That's just the two cousins fucking up in the woods.
No, cheddar popcorn, not butter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheddar popcorn. It was two brothers. It was brother and sister fucking. In the woods. It's different scent.
Do you remember that shit? The cheddar popcorn, the black bag. What was it called?
Smart food.
Smart food, dude. That shit used to hit. You know what I'm talking about, Mike? The white cheddar popcorn. And the Mike.
You used to have. Come on. It's like it comes. You buy it where you buy
the
chips.
kettle corn.
No,
you fucking bastard.
No, it's just like white popcorn.
Yeah, it's popcorn, but it's white cheddar popcorn.
Yeah, I know.
And it has the black bag. It has like the corn and the cob on it.
Yeah.
There's no better fucking shit out there. That shit is awesome.
You like that?
I love that shit.
Dude, you want to get really crazy. If you got a Costco or a Sam's Club around you, they sell these giant bags. It's kettle corn mixed with cheddar popcorn. And I'm telling you, the sweet and savory.
Oh
shit! Definitely gained about 30 pounds like a couple years ago because of that. I found out about that.
You just ate one?
I would just fucking inhale them. I was just like, it's just one of those things. You just like sit there because it's popcorn. It's not super filling.
Yeah.
Like you just devastate, and it tastes so good. When your taste buds are like, they're like, just a little bit more, just another taste, just one more. Come on,
just a wee bit more. I love the cheddar popcorn. I think it's my favorite of all popcorns. If I had to pick a favorite popcorn,
dude, you know what I was doing the other day? I got really stoned, and you know what movie I watched? I watched Unforgiven.
Oh yeah,
great, dude. There's some great fucking lines in that movie.
Yes. Dude, I watched that. I actually just watched it like a couple weeks ago. So yeah,
there's some great fucking lines. Just like lines.
Give me a line. Give me a line.
Oh fuck, I can't remember. It's when the kid first. I was too stoned, but there's a great line where when the young kid goes and sees him at his home before they go, and he's sitting inside of his kitchen. It's just a fucking whoever wrote that was fucking genius.
Oh, the script for like that, but that movie is great, and it's even better if you're familiar with like Clint Eastwood's like history as a Western actor. Like, because it feels like it's like the final. It's his final Western. It's the period on everything he's ever done in the movies for the Western genre. It's like his last statement about like that genre, and it's
because he's always played like the anti-hero type.
Yeah, for a lot of the stuff, and basically the character that he plays in Unforgiven is that he's a reformed old mean bastard where he used to be kind of you can kind of you can envision that he was those other characters that he played in the 60s and 70s as an old man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to live that life of violence anymore, but it keeps finding them.
So Gran Torino was a sequel.
No, Gran Torino's got nothing on Unforgiven.
Dude, Dan, you gotta watch that shit.
It's I've watched good. It's just not high. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight.
To fucking watch it, Dan.
It's on HBO Max, yeah.
It's good. Did
you see the Asian actor, like the main counter guy to Gran Torino? He called out like that he was mad, like how racist Clint Eastwood was during the filming, like how racist that movie is.
Oh,
Gran Torino.
It's not very racist.
Well, it shows stereotypes. Of course it does. Dude, he calls one of them like fucking. He says some pretty like.
I know, but if you're making a movie,
that's not the point, though. That's not the point of the movie. Is not like.
I know, Sean. Yeah. I don't think the point of Gone with the Wind is to make black people like a subservient place.
Well,
but they ban that too.
Well, like, but what I'm saying, the racism in Gran Torino is part of the story. It's not like I
completely agree.
Yeah,
just like that black woman playing the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so when they make these movies, they're saying that you can't depict or show how things were.
Well, it's not even was different. Like, it's like Dr. Seuss. You know, I don't really want to get too deep into it, but long story short, they just can't. Like, so the publisher said, we're not publishing these books because they have racist undertones, racist imagery,
which in their stuff. But the Seuss estate, the family that controls Seuss's works, like his IP, they said they're going to discontinue 6 Dr. Seuss books, And everybody was like, well, that's, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, when you see the pictures they're saying are like these awful things, you're like, this is really not that crazy. Even for the time period, it's not even that crazy. And he's
pretty tame.
I mean, he's using reference photos from like old, like Chinese heritage, old African tribes and stuff like that. So that's where like those images come from. But what's snowballing it into kind of being a problem is that it's an easy target. It's one that everybody dismisses. They're like, oh, it's just stupid kids' books. Like, why do you care? Because it's just about controlling what you're able to look at, like what you're allowed to read, almost as if you're not an adult. Like you can't make these decisions
the publisher or the people who hold the rights they're not like canceling it. They're just deciding not to publish it.
Yeah, they have the right to do that. But what I was getting to, the snowballing effect, was that Amazon said that you can't sell it used, and that eBay also is starting to delist people that are selling it on eBay.
They already did that. Yeah, they already delisted everything.
Yeah, they're basically going through and being like, no, we want, and they do it under the guise of like, no, we want to respect the wishes of the estate of the Seuss's estate. That's not what the Seuss's estate said. They basically just said like, we're not going to publish it anymore. We're not going to allow the rights for it to be published anymore, which is it's stupid nonsense. Like it really is. These people want to memory hole our culture, like our pop culture, which is so insane to me because it's so important. Like you can't move forward if you can't see where you've
been.
It's
like the cultural revolution, Sean.
I don't. Yeah,
it's
whatever.
Like it's the same. Well, that is what happened in China. That is a famous part of Chinese history called the Cultural Revolution.
Is that so? That's what I'm.
Well, that was the period. Yeah, that they literally came and stripped the culture of its identity and replaced it with a new one.
But isn't that insane? Like people have no self-awareness. Like there's journalists and like journalists again, like just cheering on censorship, saying it's no big deal.
Yeah, they're not journalists.
These are and these also most of these people work for the fucking Washington Post, which is owned by Amazon. So you're just like,
I think it goes down. It's like they're not journalists; they're propagandists. Like they're not really journalists. They're not digging. And I think Tim Pool said it best a while ago. He goes, they all are on Twitter. They all follow each other, listen to each other. One person writes an article, and then they like regurgitate that information in their articles, and
they all
just spreads like wildfire.
Cite and quote each other, and then it's almost like even if it's not coordinated, it's like a zeitgeist moment for their bubble. So they all write the same story. So 50 stories saying the same thing come out within a week. Yeah, this happens all the time. But this to me, it's a really weird thing. It's a problem. I think it's always worth making note of. I don't know really what people can do about it other than just kind of complain about it, and hopefully the right person hears that or something. Because I don't know really what the fuck you're supposed to do about it. Like Dan said, like the estate holders have the rights to do that. They can do that. But I do think it's particularly gross when these giant corporate entities are like, and also you can't sell it here either. Like Amazon controls 80% of book sales in the country. 80% of book sales in the country go through Amazon. So if you can't be on Amazon, you're fucking dead. Like you're dead.
That's a problem.
And they brought up things like, you can still buy Mein Kampf. You can still buy, The Fall of the Third Reich. It has swastikas on the cover. Because people are trying to say like anything that has like swastikas or anything, you got to get rid of all that stuff. That's what makes it so Orwellian and creepy. Is that you're just trying to memory hole our past. Like it's so bizarre. I mean, we could get, super conspiratorial and be like, oh, this is part of some sort of grander plan to kind of reset culture. Like Dan was saying, what happened in China. Like, but I think most people are just useful idiots that don't see the forest for the trees. They don't look that far ahead. And they're just saying like, well, it's a stupid kid's book. But it will always start with something like a stupid kid's book. It'll always start with a movie or a song or whatever. That's where it will always start. And then it'll just snowball from there. Because they're like, well, they got rid of this for this reason. Shouldn't we get rid of these other things too? Aren't these insensitive? Aren't these bad? Like, that's how it happens. Because now, as soon as you saw this Dr. Seuss thing, people are now going after other Dr. Seuss books. Because they're saying, well, what about this one? This is pretty insensitive. This is like ableist. Can't remember exactly which book it was, but like they were doing that. There's already people, and these are not like nobodies. These are people with hundreds of thousands of followers and have the social media presence. And as we've seen in the past, it doesn't really take very much pressure for these companies to fold. You get the right person to angrily tweet at you, and they're like, "Okay, we'll get rid of it."
Well, you know what they're already talking about. People want to freaking that happen. That's happening on Twitter. People want to cancel Elon Musk now.
Why?
Well, they've been trying to do that for years.
Well,
Why?
because
What
they're
did he
saying
do
that
recently?
they're saying that he plays with the stock market and he plays with like normal investors. Like he'll tweet something and
retail,
and he'll do something different or whatever.
Well, basically, people are thinking like he's pumping up Dogecoin because he wants to dump it high to high. There's fucking with them, but they're not like the government can't do anything with them.
No, the government, but they're saying that they want to basically cancel him from Twitter.
Oh, because he has too much influence.
He's got too much influence.
Well, there was what was it? Just discussed. James O'Keefe just put out a new Project Veritas video today where they have a guy from like Merrill Lynch being like, "Oh yeah, like it's not illegal what they did, but they did that shit on purpose." Like Wall Street shut down the stocks on like he's like it's not technically illegal. He's like, but they colluded.
Yeah, it was another one of these examples. It's the rules for thee and not for me. And
I just want to be a thee though. How do I get to become a thee?
We gotta get those. We gotta get into the lemon economy. You know, over on DLive, we gotta become lemon entrepreneurs.
Lemon entrepreneurs.
Yeah, get to the top of the lemon tree.
And you gotta do a lot of flipping.
Well, hey man, we got 279 subs now, so we're on our way. We're on our way.
All in, dude. We're gonna be at 1,000 soon, dude.
Wait until this Delta-8 vlog hits. I have a feeling that hopefully that'll do some traction. Just because there's not a lot of info out there, not a lot of testimonials on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
I never even knew of this Delta-8, to be honest.
Neither did I, dude. I found out about it.
Yeah, our mutual co-friend.
Yeah, that's what I found out too, and I was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Are you sure that's that works?" I'm like, "Can they really sell that?"
Like I was furious because I drove all around town, right? Like I drove to like probably 4 different spots, and I ended up like going to the storehouse talking to the guy, and he's like, "Do you want it with THC or no THC?" I'm like, "Oh, with THC." He's like, "Nah, you can't get it here." And no bullshit, dude. 30 seconds from my house, across the street. I just didn't know it was there. I was like, "Fuck."
So I have to ask if it has THC in it.
No, you just say like, "I want." Well, Delta-8 just does.
Okay.
It?
No, I don't know if there is or isn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it just does.
I don't know. The guy said with THC, and I was like, yeah.
I think he was probably just saying Delta-8 because I don't think everybody sells it. And it seems like a lot of the places that I was looking at, they have like their own, everybody's got their own proprietary like line of stuff.
Yeah.
Like even the places, apparently like around the places that I went to, it seemed like it was a fairly new product in their store. Like they'd only had it maybe for a month or two.
Because I walked in and I was like, "Hey, I want some Delta-8."
Where's that drugs?
The guy just pulled everything off the shelf, showed me. I was like, "I'll take it all."
No, you did not.
I did.
And what did he say?
He was like, "All right, man, we'll give you like." I was like, "But I just want a discount. You know, if I'm gonna buy all this, I want a discount." And he gave me a discount, like $25-$30 or whatever.
Yeah. Wow. Look at you.
I'm part of the rewards program. I'm on my way. I got referral cards. I could get 200 points, guys. It's $10 off my order.
I mean, why not? I'm going to talk to my buddy tonight and tell him to get in on it with his business, ASC. I'm like, hey, it's a supplement.
Actually, you know what? Not a bad idea. I don't know who you'd have to talk to. I don't know who you'd have to talk to, but
he knows.
He can become the main Zoobox supplier of Delta-8.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Maybe we could do a co-branding.
Co-branding? CB?
Co-branding. We go into business with him. He does
Delta-8.
Yeah. Zoobox brand.
Yeah, and put the logo up there. That would look real nice, actually.
Yeah, I think
and you could have all the different flavors. We could use those animal pictures with the different colors. Yeah.
Tiger could be orange.
Yeah, we get real fancy and put it in a little glass jar instead of plastic.
Oh, of course, Michael. This is Zoobox. This is not some fucking chintzy CBD shop.
Yeah.
In some sort of off the way shopping center.
Off the cuff.
Strip mall.
But listen, I want to know who's excited, honestly, for the new Zack Snyder movie.
Justice League?
Is anyone excited for it? The new Justice League. Mike, you gonna watch it?
What is it, Dan?
Justice League.
Yeah, I'm so sick of those fucking movies, man.
I've been sick of them for years. I've been sick of them for.
I haven't all of fucking like just superhero movies, whether it's DC, Marvel. I just got fucking overwhelmed. Too many of them for me.
Yeah,
there's been too many.
Yeah, a lot of people feel the same way. This is just like such a weird case though, because it's a. Yeah. I mean, for me, being like a movie nerd, I'm more interested because of that, because it's a movie that he kind of didn't get to complete. The studio came in, hired somebody to finish it for him, put it out in theaters. Fault. No, his daughter committed suicide like during production. So he left.
He couldn't man up and just fucking deal with it. You know?
Well, there was an interview. I think it was in Variety or something. He was just like, because it's a long story, but the studio was constantly fighting with him, and he's like, I can't fight with you guys about this shit right now. I got like real problems. I can't fight with you about Batman and Superman. Like, I just can't do it. And but apparently he's had a cut of the movie, like an assembly cut of the movie, for years. And when HBO got bought out by AT&T, they were looking for ways to get people to subscribe to HBO Max. So they dumped about $80 million more dollars into it, and he's made it into a 4-hour epic. And it comes out March 18th.
What is this,
dude? So, Mike, you've seen the original Justice League? Did you see it?
I think so, yeah.
With it's like Wonder Woman. It's got fucking Ben Affleck.
I couldn't finish watching it.
Yeah, it's not that great, honestly. I would think, Sean, did we see that together in the movie theater?
Yeah, we did. I think because we went to see it in 3D.
Yeah,
you and Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were pissed because Ryan.
Oh, Ryan liked it. Ryan still.
Yeah. It's not good.
Listen, I just can't handle with superheroes anymore. I'm just.
It's like the Wolverine one, the one that is Logan. Logan is a fucking badass fucking movie.
Well, yeah, but my point is this: Dan, they may be a good movie, but like I'm so just worn out from superhero fucking movies.
for sure.
It's been like super like. Grr.
Well, we finally made it to Endgame. You know, you're like, okay, we can take a break for a while.
I mean, dude, look they're making another fucking Spider-Man. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Aren't they making a new Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yes, they're not gonna ever stop, Michael. It's never gonna stop.
Mike, if they keep making $500 million for a fucking movie,
one day that's gonna plateau at some point, because people are gonna feel the fatigue. Like, it's like when 4 of these come out a year, you're like, this is exhausting. Like,
no, but like I think you're gonna. It's probably gonna be a slow progression. If it's a good movie, dude, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So it's like the Transformer movies where I bet a lot of people went to them because they didn't have to think. They just could just go watch a shitty movie.
They're so bad though, and they're like 4 hours long. It's awful.
Some of them are pretty bad. But
don't you just want like a different genre or like a different like subject?
Yeah, of course. But that's out there.
Those are being made. They're being made.
Well, I know they're being made, but what my point is that like
I want to see a $500 million drama.
No, I know not. No, but why does it have to be superhero? Why not a $500 million fucking
like
something else?
New?
Because they make money.
New.
They make
money.
It's
like Alien. It's like Alien. Alien was cool and unique, right?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you say,
something like
Sean?
that?
Like Alien was a new story, a new set of characters.
Yeah,
like a new thing.
The reason why is because these companies are extremely risk averse, and these things cost a ton of money, and they expect a return, and they know if
look at Deadpool.
If Batman's in the title, it's gonna sell tickets regardless of quality. They don't care.
Make me a new fucking movie of a new topic with some banging actors. It'll probably do fucking fine.
No, but see, this is a conversation that's been going on for the past couple of years. Like Martin Scorsese, the guy who directed Goodfellas and Casino and Taxi Driver.
He said Irishman wasn't a real movie. That's what he said.
No, he didn't. No, what he said, but he's been out there kind of saying, he's like, this is the landscape right now. It's really hard to get money if you want to do like $100 million like historical drama or something. Yeah. It's really hard to get the money. That's why The Irishman, it took him fucking 20 years to get it made, because he had to wait until Netflix, who will just dump money on anybody, especially if he's like, oh, we can have the Scorsese movie exclusively on Netflix. Here's $300 million.
Yeah, that's insane. The Irishman's
wow.
It's not that good.
Oh, fuck!
It's not worth Not worth 300.
Foolish statement.
Not worth 300 million. I'm sorry.
Foolish statement. You watch it again, you'll choke on those words, sir. It's such a good.
I know, but the makeup just kind of seems a little funny to me.
Well, it's not makeup. It's CGI, and that is funny. It is weird, and I don't like.
And then dudes came back and did it better, like guys on the internet.
Yeah, they're only having to render like 10 seconds of video. Like they had to literally invent the technology for it to be possible, because Martin Scorsese had a provision where he's like, I do not want to see little green dots and shit all over their faces. So usually when you would do something like that, you have to basically paint like a grid on your face, and they have like little motion trackers everywhere, and then you wear a camera rig on your head with like a GoPro directly at your face. Martin Scorsese said, no, we have to figure out how to do it without being able to do that.
Which makes it a million times difficult. But
yeah, because they basically have to hand animate everything. Like, it's crazy. Like, they made that very difficult to do because, Scorsese's like old school. He's like, no, I don't want their performances to be impeded. I'm here to like let them act and be characters and tell the story.
That's such like a gay move.
So here's my question: can't you do a better job just using makeup?
Mike, you can't honestly de-age someone that much. Like,
the reality is, they should have made that movie in like 2000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they were de-aging them. If they were aging them, they could do that with makeup, no problem.
Yeah, but when you're trying to take off years, it's a lot harder. I watched the Coming to America, the Coming to America.
How was it?
Sequel. It was awful. But they did.
It was bad. Was it like really bad?
I was really bored. Yeah, it wasn't very good.
So wait. Are you a fan of the original? Like,
I think the original is okay. Like, I think it's an all right comedy. Not
a Beverly Hills Cop.
No, it's nowhere near my favorite like Eddie Murphy movie at all. At all. But the new one's basically just like a bad retread of the original, and most of the jokes fall flat. It's got a lot of like kind of dumb woke stuff in it.
Eddie Murphy. Oh, does it really?
But the reason I brought it up is because they did a little bit of de-aging in that movie, because there's like a flashback.
Yeah.
And it looked markedly better than I have seen in other movies. Like, so the technology is getting better. It's just, it wasn't there for The Irishman. It would be cool if, like, if they the 10th anniversary of The Irishman or whatever, they just go and fucking fix it. Like, go do it again. Just fix it. It's all there. They have all the data. They could go in and redo the faces.
Like, there's this funny. It's from one of the commentary or interview, but Al Pacino. There's like this scene where he gets really excited and he like stands up, and he was complaining about having to do it over and over again. And Martin says, like, well, like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you look like an 80-year-old dude when you get up. Like, you need to look 60.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, that's why even when like De Niro is beating the shit out of this guy, it looks kind of like dumpy. Like, it looks kind of derpy.
It is like, it's
the
worst part. It's the most noticeable part is when he's stomping that dude's hand outside of the
and
it's
like
store.
It's like he's literally like his foot's moving like this much.
It's just an old man stomp. Like, he can't do it.
He can't pick up like his knee all the way. Like, it's been just like he got hurt in the Raging Bull or something.
Well, it's like he had to. It's funny, like that story with Pacino, because he's like, they're like, Al, like, you're supposed to be like 45 here. You're reading much older because you're not spry. You're not getting up. He's like, oh shit. He's like, how about I meet you in the middle? And I say like 57. Like, I'll do 57. These are old guys. They're old dudes.
These guys are like in their 80s, right?
Oh, late 70s, yeah.
When De Niro, like, there's that famous like voicemail that got like exposed of De Niro like losing his shit on his fucking assistant or whatever.
I never listened to it.
You ungrateful, selfish bitch. Like, just goes off to like, he's like
watching Netflix.
Because she was watching Netflix at work, and he got like mad as fuck at her for doing that. Like, these fucking boomers, man. These fucking boomers, man.
Fuck him.
Fucking boomers.
That guy needs to chill out.
I started watching Eastbound Down again. Highly recommend get back into that.
Yeah, that's good. I rewatched that not too long ago. That's good.
Yeah, but did you do it high?
No, I didn't do it high.
I'll tell you what, like, even with the Delta-8, like, being high and watching a movie was awesome, because I completely I completely zoned into the movie.
Yeah, it's so fucking nice.
Yeah, the whole world shut off, and I was watching that movie called Starman, Jeff Bridges from the '80s, and it was pretty sweet.
And dude, the best thing is that you notice you notice the lines, like you'll notice shit that I wouldn't normally pay attention to.
Yeah.
But when they say something, it's like, wow, that was good. That was fucking really good.
Good ass movie, man.
You know what movie I watched is Beverly or Hollywood Ninja with
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Chris Farley?
Yeah.
Chris Farley?
Yeah, it's like on Amazon Prime or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
Dude, that's a classic.
Yeah,
that movie is so racist. That movie is so fucking
Dude, that's what I
heard. Is it racist? Why?
Dude, Asian stereotypes. Hello.
Yeah, dude, there's some stuff in there.
Asians, like what? What are these Asians there? Because they're fucking great at martial arts. What?
Yeah, no, he'll just like. I think he does something with like his eyes, like or something.
With the tape. When he has tape on his eyelids.
But it's not racist because he's a buffoon. Like you're supposed to laugh at his stupidity.
So in the modern
nowadays,
Dr. Seuss got canceled for a drawing that was just of the culture.
People can't listen. People can feel that way. They're wrong. They're wrong.
Well, I wouldn't say they're wrong. They just
sometimes when I watch old movies, I'm like, I can't believe people used to act like this, or like people thought this was like,
when you watch your like ancestors in the Viking show and they just like rape and pillage and burn.
No, or like when I watched Dazed and Confused, and like the harassment they would do to like
kids,
I'm like,
it
would they were like doing it in the movie in front of parents and stuff.
Yeah,
in front of like adults, and it's like,
they're running around
really do this
fucking cricket bats and
like Bill Burr, like Bill Burr's show F is for Family. It's a pretty good show, but like it's very emblematic of that same type of in that generation. Like you didn't go and bitch to your dad about a bully because like fuck you, go stand up for yourself. That's what he would say. He's like, yeah, go fucking figure it out. What are you fucking wasting my time for? You know, he's like fuck you.
But they were like chasing, and then like the girls had the senior girls had like the freshman girls.
Yeah, the hazing. Yeah,
they were hazing them right in front of the school, like spraying them down with water, putting freaking
food on them and shit.
Food on them, and they were like squirting freaking.
Do you guys think that's racist towards white people? Do you think that they make everybody think that's how all white people act?
Well, they do. That's fun.
No, I'm just like shocked though. I was just kind of like shocked how people used to like.
Do you know what
that different world.
That might be white culture, dude.
It's confused.
No, like the fraternity culture. That is white culture. Like
there's no such thing as.
No. Hear me out. Like I'm saying, like the fucking like egotistical, red-blooded American, kind of dumb, not afraid to do anything, not afraid to get what they want. You know, maybe harass some nerds. That's pretty American. That's pretty white.
Maybe grab a lady when she's not looking. You know how it is.
Yeah, like
white people stuff.
You're semi-conscious. You're good to go.
Yeah, it's white people stuff. Fucking white people stuff.
Blink if you can understand that we're about to have sex. Yeah.
I think I just found the name of the episode. Delta-8 is white people stuff.
No, white people culture, Delta-8. There you go. Like
Delta-8, an examination of white culture.
Yeah. I think like what is the whitest thing about our culture? Like in American culture, what is the white hot dogs? That's fucking white people. Hot dogs, that's
boiled
fucking white.
Hot dogs. Boiled hot dogs.
No, dude, hot dogs, period.
Hot dogs are delicious, though. How dare you? People say we haven't contributed anything to society.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
come on, hot dogs, ladies and gentlemen.
With a pretzel bun?
No, I mean, but there's no such thing as there's no homogenized white culture because it's just a misnomer.
Yes, there is. There has to be something that only white people are like known for, like mayonnaise. That's part of white culture. Like,
well, Dan, are you talking like okay? Could you say like something Irish is white culture or Italian?
No, it's not even about that. It's like, okay, what is significant to black culture? Like rap. That is like kind of where like you can say that is culturally black is rap music because that's or jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard a guy named Bill Shakespeare?
Have you ever heard of Well, fuck, I can't remember his name right now. What's his fucking name right now? Fuck.
That fucking dude you like?
Yeah. Andy? No, what's his fucking name?
You don't even know his fucking name. You're saying he's like a top...
the fucking the dude from the show, the comedy show.
I know.
He makes all the rap. About. I can't fucking remember his name right now. He's fucking hilarious. Little Dicky.
Little Dicky. There you go. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Rap is also very important to white people too.
No, but it's
country music.
Owned. Yes, that would be owned by. That's white. That's white people music. Yes.
Well, but nowadays they do collaborations with rappers.
Yes, I mean, but Sean, you know, we're talking about golden era. The like that was like racist ass white people, like David Allen Coe.
I was gonna say,
was like okay to be singing that shit, and people were like, I fucking love him, man. I fucking love him. He's speaking the truth out here.
He represents me and how I feel, and he now people understand me better.
Dude, when I was so I went out, I played a show last night, and I just realized like when I was pretty drunk. And I brought this chick back to the house, and I was like, "You basically Alabama people sound like drunk Australians, like they just sound fucked up." Or no, wait, Australians sound like drunk Southern people. That's what it is, like drunk Alabama.
Sure.
Like they just like so hi, how you doing? You know, I can't fucking do it, man.
Over there.
No, like hick people, dude. They're like, oh my god, you got sank, you know? Like I was like, oh yeah, you can come back to my place. She's like, oh, okay, cool. And we come back, and she's like, oh my god, like I can't do it, dude. I can't do the southern like, hey, damn y'all, this place looks nice. You know?
Shit, you watch out. I hope you wrapped it up.
No.
Hope you just didn't blast it in there, dude. That doesn't sound like somebody you want to keep around.
You know, like, damn, you got a fucking nice spot here, you know? Let's do this meth and Delta-8.
Yeah, let's do this meth and Delta-8.
Yeah. It was pretty gross. Pretty gross. It was fun though, you know. And then she drove, so I didn't have to drive. That was nice.
Oh, that is nice.
That's really nice.
I actually I put her head on my chest. And then I beat off, and then like I shot it up.
Nice.
She said I got 90% of it in her mouth from chest to dick. Like, so that's a problem. It's like, yeah, dude, I am accurate, and it's like a lot of force. I can really send it. She was trying to get her head closer. I'm like, no, don't do that.
This is a fun game I play. Usually I just play with myself, and I get my head kind of low. So basically, you put her head about as low as you could get your own.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, no, I know I can do this. I can do this.
Well, who hasn't accidentally hit themselves in the cheek or something? That just happened to me. I got it in my hair for the first time.
I never have.
You never accidentally popped one off by accident, like in a stray bullet, dude?
I'm like a responsible gun owner. I always got it like pointed down. Man.
Yeah, I make sure I don't want it coming up too much.
Well, because like sometimes Mike, I'm a builder. I build things. I build excitement. I build suspense. I could make great horror films. But I build, and then I back off, right? Because I don't want to get shaky under the weight of the build. And then eventually you just can't hold it back anymore. And like it happened to me like a week ago, and it was like doop, like straight up.
Well, yeah, doing that, you'll really build it.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I was like, like it just like
Oh,
it's on my. It was like on my glasses. It was just all over me, dude. It was gross.
Oh, Jesus,
that's nasty, man.
I was like, oh no, kind of.
Tastes like goo. Tastes like goo.
Oh, pineapple.
That's like I think I don't know. I probably have told this on the podcast. Like one of my friends when I was a kid tasted his own cum. And that's what he reported back. He's like, you're like, well, what does it taste like? He's like, it tastes like goo. Like, all right, there you go.
Like what you think goo tastes like.
What does goo taste like?
Yeah, I wonder what it tastes like. That's fucking weird.
Probably
try it, Mike. Let me know.
Salty,
dude. Maybe? Oh, have you guys ever heard there's it's called like white underbelly. It's like this reporter guy
on YouTube.
Yeah, and he goes around and interviews all like these fucking weird people,
crack addicts, meth, heroin, homeless. Yeah, I've seen that. Sean, that's the incest people we watched.
Yeah. He does a lot of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
He did this one with this sex addict guy, and the guy was a homosexual. Mm-hmm. Dude. And this guy had a fetish for big black dicks.
Well, yeah.
And he slept. This guy said he slept with over 900 dudes, and 800 of them were black men. He just loved black men. And he had this weird fetish of like them being his owner, and like he was like the slave.
Oh, like some sort of white guilt shit.
Yeah, I don't know. And he was like
masochistic. Yeah,
and he would call him like Master Thomas. Like, and he would refer to them as his master, but he only had a couple of those.
Uncle Tom.
Is his name Philip?
It may be. He has like overalls.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna play a clip, but I will watch this on next time I do a nightcap.
No,
but like an hour. But I want to show it
live.
I want to show everybody. Yeah, I'm doing it on D-Live, so it'll be good. But I want to show everybody at home what this dude looks like, because it does not meet this. Like, you wouldn't think he would look like this. But,
like, is he?
You have long hair in this one?
What?
Yeah, that's him. That's that dude.
It's beefcake, dude. It's all beefcake.
That's that fucking dude.
He gets drilled in the butt, huh?
Dude, a lot. He loves gangbangs too.
That is the guy. That looks like me in like 10 years.
Dude, that guy, so he has no teeth either. And he has like some, but he said he was like that took his sucking dick to like a 10 to like
dude, that guy probably loves sucking dick.
Straight to the moon, baby.
He loves
Straight to the moon.
He loves it.
Straight to the fucking moon, baby.
It's like I don't even. It's like I straight love sucking dick. I love it. Everything about it.
Well, I mean, if you got no teeth, you can really like create a vacuum. You know,
that's what he said. Yeah. He explains it in there. You'll watch
a lot of this stuff going on.
And he loves the 2-on-1. He loves the 2-on-1.
Like two guys on him.
Yeah.
Michael, you know what strikes me as odd? Like, you're over there giving me shit about the fucking animal passion.
Yeah, I know.
You're like casually recommending, like, oh, I watched this documentary interview with this sex addict who liked to get fucking drilled by black men.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Sean, until I got into it. I didn't know what it was. It was just I just been watching a bunch of them. Like, I probably watched 20 of them.
He's a good interviewer. So it's like pretty good.
He's got a good channel. I haven't actually. You were just reminded me. I need to actually watch.
Yeah, and it's cool because they're just like normal people.
Yeah.
So they're just like normal people that have they just have issues.
Yes. Yeah. And he tries to give a face to like people like this that exist.
Yeah, like there's I think like in LA. He's in LA or wherever he's at, and he's just
he goes all over. No, he interviews people in like the mountains and the Appalachian Mountains.
That's the one Sean and I watched.
He has a bunch of those ones of like Appalachian men and Appalachian women that live up there.
Yeah, there's a moonshiner interview. There's a guy crack addict.
All the recent stuff is like from LA.
Oh,
because of the pandemic, he's like super liberal. He's on Twitter. He's like super liberal as fuck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he doesn't like leave because of COVID, from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's got but I mean, it seems like, as a filmmaker, at least, he has like a sense of empathy. He's trying to catalog kind of these.
Well, I don't see him out there trying to get to know Trump supporters, Sean.
Well, you're talking to this.
There's a guy in there that's a Trump supporter.
Yeah, he's talking to people like that.
Yeah, there's a guy in there who has a MAGA hat on.
Really?
He would love that. This guy would be creaming because he could film this interview and then silently judge him. And, oh my God, there's no better feeling than silently judging a person you're talking to.
He does like prostitutes too. Dude, those people make a lot of money. Holy shit, I didn't know that.
These fuckers, these are rolling in it. God damn it!
Like some of them, man. Some of them are making like a lot of money. It's
what, the prostitutes?
Yeah. Some of them will make $2,000 to $5,000 a day.
Yeah,
just getting pounded, bro.
It's just like being a waiter. You got to turn those tables.
Yeah,
get those guys in and out. If you're good at your job, get those guys out in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I fucked a prostitute. I don't hate it. I think people have the right to make money.
But he gets into it, and a lot of them do feel kind of like a little bit guilty about it.
Yeah, because they're fucking hoes.
Well, I think there's cultural stigmas. I think the reality of doing that is probably not pleasant. I mean, people always make the argument. They're like, "Oh, it's like America's oldest business, oldest institution.
It's the world's oldest business."
But like those women didn't seem like they probably lived like the happiest of lives. I'm not saying that they were miserable.
To have O's all day long.
But Dan just watched Unforgiven, right? So part of the plot of Unforgiven is that these prostitutes basically hire Clint Eastwood's character to come kill this dude that cut up one of their friends. Like it's not a pleasant.
Yeah, and a lot of them do get used. During the process, a lot of them get tricked, or not like tricked, but just manipulated. And a lot of them come from like broken homes, and they just kind of.
Mike, that's why if we legalize it, then we can regulate it. You see?
That's what they say. Yeah, to make it safe, you can unionize. Basically, I'm serious. They're basically like, I want my
pimp to be I want my pimp to be the police officer that comes to arrest.
Kind of what would happen. The state basically becomes your pimp at that.
Yeah. Come on, daddy pimp.
Yeah.
Come on, big daddy. Like you can take my taxes and you can get my ass.
How many 911? Yeah, because then they'd be able to call 911 because some John didn't pay them.
And
operator, also hello, operator. This motherfucker owes me $65. He agreed to it, motherfucker. Motherfucker, get back here. Get back here, motherfucker. I'll call the cops. That's what would happen all the time.
The girls that work in the massage parlors, he interviews them too. They make a lot of money too.
Yeah, because
is this like a long Saturday night or something? Jeez, Michael.
Yeah, what do you do? Is Mike's like about to be unemployed? He's just not working. He's just like
what? No, I drive around. I have long drives.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You got one more. Sure, nice save, buddy. Nice save. You just get high and you're just sitting there all day on the floor of your shed.
Quick question before we get off. I want to know, Mike, are you watching the UFC tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. This is big. This is big time. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I just want to know if you guys, Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz, let us know who you think's gonna win.
Hey Dan, I got a question for you. Do you think that the Patriots should trade for Sam Darnold?
No. I would rather take Alex Smith over Sam Darnold, honestly. Alex Smith, I want a guy with heart. He came back. He's a warrior. He's a fighter. I like that. I don't know. You're never gonna replace Brady. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. We're gonna be
I'm
like
not trying to replace Brady, but I want to get better.
I don't know if Cam really had a fair shot. He had nobody to throw to last year. Our offensive line was hurt. Half our defense didn't fucking start. Let's give the guy. I wouldn't be mad if they kept him another year, personally.
I'm not going to be mad at that either, or at least give him the opportunity to win the job.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I think the future is Cam Newton for now. I still think we should draft a guy that maybe we could train up. Who knows?
Well, I know, but you would just draft Sam Darnold, basically.
I mean, you would be. I don't know. It's fair. Sam Darnold's young, but does he have it? I don't know. It's I would trust more Cam right now. But anyway, before we do get off, we gotta give a shout out to a friend of the podcast. He is no longer with us. He was our number one fan, and he has passed.
Who?
So Daniel, my Daniel, not Sean's. Daniel, he passed about a week ago. So, it sucks. He was a good friend of mine, but he is gone. So,
yeah, and he was always very supportive of the show. I used to chat with him occasionally. He would share stuff, like stuff. He seemed like a very nice guy. He just had, he had some stuff going on. So we definitely, our thoughts are with him and his family. And definitely, it's kind of a weird thing because it's kind of like the first time your little mini weird extended family kind of gets affected by something like this. And definitely gave me pause the other day when I found out about it. So, Mike, this sick fucker, he doesn't even care. He's not going to be sitting back. He's just thinking about getting off. getting off watching these fucking sex documentaries.
Yeah, getting high and watching them.
But yeah, R.I.P. Daniel.
Yeah, R.I.P. man. And just, hey man, reach out to your local crisis hotline, or
yeah, make sure you talk to your friends. Make sure you talk to people and listen to them. Maybe don't always, we don't, I think everybody has the impulse. I know I do, right? Like to go and try to answer the problem for them, answer the question. And it's really sometimes a person really just needs you to shut the fuck up and listen to them. This is something like,
you can only do that for so long, though. I'll tell you. It's interesting.
I understand that. Yeah.
Like
you gotta find the balance.
Like we can talk about that another day, what happened, but it's just, man, fucking people need to, like, if you're having problems, man, like you need to reach out, It sucks. It sucks. And his ex-wife is a fucking cunt, so fuck you. I just want to say that. Fuck her.
Well, on that note,
yeah.
I don't know. Do we have any other pressing business? It kind of be weird to like shift into something else after that. After we talked about that,
I mean, I don't know, man.
Like, hey, Snyder Cut rules, dude. It's gonna be great.
No, I thought that we should at least talk about it and I didn't want to do it in the beginning. I thought at the end near the end we could do it.
Yeah.
Just say, thanks to a friend for listening and supporting. Yeah,
100%. 100%.
So be cool, like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Because we're
R.I.P. Dan, I guess.
Listen, I'll only monetize half of this video. There's only be 3 commercial rolls.
Honestly, we don't get monetized, so
no, we don't.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
But anyways, all right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to know more about Zoobox, there's a bunch of links in the description for Facebook, for Instagram, for my Twitter, for Dan's Twitter. Also, our alternate YouTube, our backup YouTube channel that we sometimes live stream on, and also our DLive channel, which I've been just kind of exploring, checking out. It's very easy for me to use, and I don't have to worry about constantly being stressed about what I watch while I'm live streaming. I don't have to worry about that. So it is a little bit easier just for me to, and also when we do Zoobox Live, if we want to watch videos, we don't have to worry about it unfairly getting pulled down. So, but the archives will always be up on our main Zoobox channel, so you can always catch them there after the fact. But yeah, all right, guys, we'll talk to you next week. It'll be great. Say goodbye, Michael. Some people only listen to the audio.
Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.